Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. It's been a while since we've seen domestic football. We've seen a whole leap of international football. So, actually with a pleasure. I know Arsenal hasn't given us much joy and they're probably going to stress us when we play against Stoke. It's the Arsenal versus Stoke preview. I know I've been rambling. But yeah, it's been a minute. So, it's been a minute since we've kicked it here in under these conditions. So, let's crack on, man. Yeah. Going into the game, we know what happened the last time we played them. Again, when we look back in May or June or following months and we look at where it went wrong in the season, or we look at where we can evaluate, or granted our away form, which needs to be really scrutinised, this was one of the games that set the precedent of what was to follow in the season. This was one of the games we bottled. Yes, Lacazette was incorrectly denied a perfectly good goal in that game, but we weren't at it. We cost ourselves, and they walked away with it. It's sixth place versus 19th. Us in 6th place, thank God. I believe we're on 48 points. Don't quote me. Like Spurs, I know we like to banter Spurs, but if we win, worst comes to worst, we can put the pressure on Chelsea. And I believe Chelsea have Spurs, so Spurs should be licking their lips, essentially, because if Spurs beat Chelsea, they can make some serious ground, and I don't want to say cement the top 4, but it will look like that. And I backed Chelsea to get into the top 4. I said, and I always make a point of anyone in that top 6 can get, and Spurs look like they're going to do their thing. In fact, 3rd place even looks gazy between them and Liverpool, so it'll be crazy to see. But for us, no Champions League football, and Chelsea might not get that. Our opponent Stoke sit 19th. Now they haven't won in a minute, I believe, man. I believe they drew against Leicester and Brighton. I've got it here. They lost to Bournemouth. They lost to City. Pardon me. They've lost to Everton, and they also drew against fellow strugglers in Southampton who are having their own problems. So yeah, man, I do believe, and don't quote me again, having said that, depending on results and when people play, I do believe if they win, they could potentially go ahead of West Ham or something like that. The relegation race looks quite fun this year, to be honest, and because of our form this season, at least we'll get some sort of excitement. So yeah, man, we know we need to. They've got a couple little tricky players depending on fitness. They've got Shaqiri. Hesse stressed us. I don't know if he's gonna play. They've got Choupo-Moting, who seems to always chip in. They've got Geoff. Whether we think much of these players, they've got players that will work for the team. They've got Joe Allen. They've got players that will work. Their forwards will work the channels. Will try and stretch us. For obvious reasons, we have, statistics actually don't back it up, but we have problems conceding and things defensively. They're gonna try and take advantage of. I believe they're a taller side. Put crosses in early. Try and unrattle us. Try and disturb the backline. Try and even though the international breaks allowed us a bit of leeway, and because of the Europa League form, people have not took their eyes off the domestic campaign. They want to they want insecurities to creep back into our game. We're at home, to be honest. We know the current theme has been against Stoke. They beat us away at their place. We beat them at our place. So we need to really do our thing. I can't lie. At this moment in time, I'm making this video on a Monday for guys that watch this. So I don't know for guys' fitness, but I do over the week. I don't really like international football, watching it in these friendlies. They're just cash cows. But there's question marks over Wilshere's fitness, whether he plays. I think he's withdrew from the England squad, but whether he plays in their next friendly remains to be seen. There's been, I don't know again, but Maitland-Niles playing for the England under-21s. Koscielny, again, I don't know the severity of these things. I believe Ozil's withdrew from the Germany squad, and there might even be a couple other men with knocks or whatever. Hopefully they're just precautions, but yeah. We need to win. Simply put, we need to win. You've seen the video done previously like this. We need to win. Again, we've been here. We need to win against Spurs at their place. Our season is on the line. It's our game that will decide our futures, and we played appalling. So we've been down this road before. So I'm not going to put my heart into it, and I'll stress you guys not to put in your heart into it. But to have any bit of feel-good joy, to just put any bit of momentum, at least put this energy into, allow it to transfer into the Europa League campaign, we need to put a run together, man. We really need to put a run together. I believe our opponents, Stoke, have played 31 games. They've won 6. They've lost 16. They've scored 29. They've conceded 58, keeping 5 clean sheets. We've played 30 game in hand, because I believe our game against Leicester, we've won 14. Sadly, we've lost 10. We've scored 40. We've scored 55 goals, and we've conceded 41. We've got 10 clean sheets, so we're better defensive. There's a side we're actually better defensively than oh my god, we got 10 clean sheets and they've got 5, and we've conceded 41 and they've conceded 58. I mean, that's no disrespect, Stoke fans, but that actually fills me with pride knowing that someone's worse than us. So yeah, what shocked me, we actually have a worse discipline problem than them, especially when you consider that it's yellow cards. I mean, they've got Charlie Adam, they've got some brutes. I mean, you saw him get sent off the other day, but yeah, we have more yellow cards than them this season. They've got 66 tackling success versus us, which is 69. So I'm surprised we were better than them in that aspect, but at least I believe it was that. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's still very close, and we're gonna need to work. The midfield battle is gonna be key. Their midfield, like, they can't beat us technically. Anyone that looks against Arsenal or going against Arsenal, maybe not of recent years, of definitely of the last 2 years, but you think Arsenal are cool. They're technically ballers. 9 times out of 10, they can do these passes and control the ball and do these mad things we can only dream of to do. But what can we do? We can outwork them. We can make it uncomfortable for them. We can take our chances when they come. We can be tactically sound defensively and take our chances offensively. This is the approach. Arsenal is an open book, so we know what to expect. And I can't understand how we come through with the same thing at game in, game out. I would love to see us 2-3 at half time, man, just to feel good again, man. But yeah. Man, they statistically they cross more and they're more accurate with their crosses, I believe. So we can't, like I just said, we can't let them in and let them cross it in and whip it in. We need to be sound defensively. So the last thing that really needs to be said is really the lineup. Between Cech and Espino, I don't really know. So I'm going to go with Cech. I'm going to go with Koscielny if he's fit. I'm going to go with Mustafi if he's fit. Hector Bellerin's going to go on the right-hand side. Monreal's going to go on the left-hand side for me. In midfield, I'm going to go with Xhaka, and if Ramsey's fit, I'm going to go with Ramsey. Something at this moment in time, something's telling me to throw an NA in there, but I'm going to say Ramsey. Mesut Ozil in the 10 row, of course. Up front, Aubameyang, no-brainer. Hopefully Lacazette is fully fit. And I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan / Reece Nelson. Now, I say / to Reece Nelson because if it was me, I'd play him and you would have played a lot more in the Premier League with this crap season that's been going. Obviously, it's easy for me to sit here and say that. But if you threw your bib down and these things, Wenger might be unlikely. Obviously, they've probably said sorry or whatever, man, a human in this thing, and Nelson's still a bad boy in this thing. But what happens, and he might not be in his plans of recent sort of thing, so he might not make the bench. So to reiterate, I'm going Cech in goal, Mustafi and Koscielny at the back in the defence, right back Bellerin, left back Monreal, Xhaka and Ramsey in midfield. Something is telling me El Nene, like I told you guys, Mustafi, Ozil in the 10 role. Up front, I'm going with Aubameyang, Lacazette if he isn't full training, and I hope he plays, he probably won't, but Lacazette. And I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan, to be honest with you, because Nelson ain't going to play. So, yeah, that's my starting lineup. Hopefully, the likes of Wilshere, Ozil, Koscielny, Maitland-Niles, and whoever else is carrying a knock makes the thing, innit? So, yeah, man, that's the preview against Stoke. So, yeah, what we can now do is look to Sunday, whatever time we kick off against them, and just hope we win. Hopefully, we'll be here at this time on Sunday, either rejoicing or in sorrow. Yeah, man. Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Let me get out of your hair. Follow me on all my socials, Deluded Guna 04 and everything. Snapchat, DGuna 04. Check out the podcast on SoundCloud, Deluded Guna. I'm out, man. There's not much more to be said. I'm out.